Welcome back to my politics. This is your new host, Art Barrett. Together with me is our city mayor, Tom Osmeña. Mayor Osmeña, kumusta man ang ato ang land acquisition, especially those affected with the BRT project?
Well, we already have lined up the owners who are negotiating, but Tugade apparently is on the side of Mr. Dino. For some reason, he's convinced maybe he stands to benefit more. So he fired our people at the BRT. And that's one of the reasons for the delay.
Okay, so is that the reason why some of the people were no longer with the BRT, especially those in charge of the land acquisition?
Yes.
So DOTR is not...
And he did not replace them. He just says, okay, your job's over. Okay? And Dino admitted that he's blocking it. This is a project that even his boss, the president, approved 2 times. And he's going against his boss. I thought he's only assistant. He's not assistant. He's more than assistant. No?
So it's very revealing, Mayor Osmeña, the pronouncement of Secretary Pernia, that it will take a longer process to have this LRT implemented.
Of course. I have been through this process many times. You know, I widened many roads in Cebu, including AS Fortuna, even the circumferential road in Mactan, the second Mactan Bridge. It takes years. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, we'll take care of that. Maybe we'll just set and we'll buy. Okay, you have to survey every square inch of property. You cannot just draw a line. Okay, from here to there, we'll buy all of that. Each one has a landowner. Sometimes there are 20 owners to that land because the whole family now lives. Some live in Canada, some live in America, some live in Europe. Many are dead. The grandchildren are arrived. You have to acquire that property. And if they don't like, you have to go to court. No? When we widened the V-Rama before, there's hundreds of lots and 1,000 owners you have to deal with. Oh, but you listen to the others. Oh, no, that's very easy. In the case of the BRT, we're using the existing road. Ang widening is only the area of where they put the stations. No? But this one, LRT, abot yun sa karkar.
Now, how did you deal with the different government agencies, no, to get some approvals in implementing this project? It's not easy.
It's harder than you think. You know, when I got the approval from the for the second Mactan Bridge, okay, how long did it approved na funded? How long did it take to implement it? 6 years.
Wow.
6 years. They have to survey everything. Then you have to design everything. You know, when you design, it's not drawing. You have to count the number of cement bags you're going to use. You have to count the number of cables you're going to use. You have to compute your administrative costs. How many offices do you have to set up? How many service vehicles do you have to buy? How many lawyers do you have to hire? How many... you have to do all of that.
Now, on the land acquisition aspect, one time there was a problem because especially when lawyers and judges will make a collusion with each other, something like that, nga, ang yuta mamahimong mahal imbis barato. You have to avoid that?
Yes. You cannot avoid that because under the Constitution, you cannot confiscate property. No? That's why it's nice in Vietnam. That's communist. When the government says, we're going to open a road, they'll shoot you if you stop them. They just put the bulldozer there. Here, no. Huh? When you first you have to put a deposit, okay? You have to do the survey, and then you file. And then the person, ang tag-iya sa yuta, mo challenge. So now you have to go to court. Huh? In court, he'll give you a hard time. Delay. Huh? Because he doesn't like to sell. Huh? And then the court will say, okay, we will go through expropriation.
Okay.
Expropriation, the owner of the property there are three appraisers. The owner of the property will appoint one appraiser. The buyer, which is the government, another appraiser. And the judge will appoint another appraiser. So all these three will have to conduct each one of them their appraisal. And then they will average out. Maunang process. Wrong. The real process is that when they do the appraiser, the owner of the property will bribe the appraiser of the judge, so the price will go up 10 times. And then now you have to pay a lot.
So you have to avoid that as much as possible.
You cannot. That's why as much as possible you negotiate.
Okay. Okay. Now, the length of the BRT, Mayor Tom, no, from somewhere in Pardo, the original is up to Talaban, and now it's only up to Banilan.
It's up to Ayala.
It's up to Ayala. Okay, so...
No, but there is going to be a Y to Talaman as a phase 2.
So there will be a phase 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you do a BRT, na phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, phase 6 or so, you know, because it just interconnects with each other. Then you can have one going to the airport, then you can have one going to Guadalupe, then you can have one going to North Recla.
So mora ni og intercity, Mayor Tom, no?
Yes.
Sa umaabot ang
Yes.
BRT system.
You know, sa Curitiba, when I went there in 1997, it is so advanced that when I compared it to Bogota, Colombia, which I saw Bogota in 2008, which is 11 years later, Bogota is more modern, better electronics, but the application in Curitiba was very good. And that's what it took them 12 years to master this. What's so special about the system in Curitiba? In Curitiba, one fare, you can go anywhere.
Wow.
So if you want to go from, let's say, from Guadalupe to Puente, and say there's a BRT, you can go from Cartar to Danao, parehas ang plete. Once you're in the system, makaswitch yun ka. That's in Curitiba. We're not that advanced, but hopefully in the future we'll do it like that.
So you have a ticketing system which is prepaid.
Actually, no. One fare, once you're inside, you can change rides. You can change rides without adding anything. You're not. Once you're in the system, you can stay there for the whole day without getting out. Because
That's good.
ang waiting shed is in the middle of the road. Okay? And then you have one lane on one side, and you have one lane coming from the other side. So opposite directions ni siya. When you get off, you're in the waiting shed. You can board the other train and go the other direction. And then when it goes to the next shed, you can change directions again. You can stay there. You can have the tour of Cebu 20 times. You only pay once. No, but the important thing is not, and people don't abuse. They really just want to go from here to there. The important thing is that, let's say I'm in Cebu City and I'm in Guadalupe. If I want to buy a piece of property, maybe the best, because of my limited borrowing capacity, the best I can buy is maybe 20 square meters of land, because it's very expensive. With the same amount of money, I can buy property 10 times bigger, maybe 200 square meters in Mindanilla. And it will just only take 20 minutes longer, and the fare is the same. Asamanta. That's what happened in Curitiba. So people don't mind going out of town. So na-spread yun, disperse yun ang population without creating traffic. Hmm? And then the government saves money because of the utilities. It's not expensive. If you're going to build a schoolhouse sa Guadalupe, it has to be 4 stories. If you're going to build a schoolhouse in Minglanilla, it's only 1 story. The cost for a ground floor schoolhouse is 1/3 the price of a multiple story per square meter for elevated. So the cost to the government is different. It's much cheaper also. And then here, everybody likes to be in Cebu City. Now we have to supply water to everybody. So MCWD has to give excess. Daghang kayong tubig sa Manila o sa Karkar, no? It will not cost that much. And then the drainage, and then the garbage, and all of these things. So at first, it may say, mahal yun eh. But actually, to the government, it really ends up being cheaper. That's why Curitiba is one of the best managed cities in the world.
The world. Yeah, yes, Mayor Tom. These buses, is it locally manufactured, or there's a prototype that will be brought here and then assembled here?
No, we don't. The buses in Brazil are made by Volvo in Brazil. Okay? So we can import them from China, we can import them from Brazil, we can import them. Basta nice specifications. All the buses are the same because the driver, when the bus, unsay sistema karon, no? The jeepney drives, okay? So you can have a long jeepney, have a short jeepney. But in a BRT, all the buses are exactly the same. So there is no conductor. When you enter the waiting shed, you pay. So basta nakasasul sa waiting shed, you're paid already. When the bus will stop, no one is collecting money. You don't have to climb up, you don't have to climb down. Ang level sa bus o ang level sa waiting shed, patag ni siya. So you can even wheelchair yourself in, no? You cannot do that with a jeepney. And then in the bus, the driver looks at the marka sa bangketa, no? In the gutter. That bangketa, he aligns it with his lubot when he stops. If it's aligned in his lubot, all the doors in the waiting shed and all the doors in the bus is aligned also. So he doesn't have to look back and open the doors. Once he stops, he opens the doors. All the doors open automatically. People go in, go out. Okay, close the doors. Then you go.
So those terminals are elevated also in the same manner with
yes, that's
the
one of the that's
BRT.
one of the debates now, because when I came in, the detailed engineering was built already, and the terminals, the waiting shed is not elevated. I said it should be, and they said, well, so, and that's another discussion.
Okay, Mayor Tom will talk about more on the BRT. For the meantime, we'll have some commercials, and don't go away.